Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for each life path number for July 2024. Before we get into the forecast, this, of course, is a general reading. If you are interested in a personalized reading, or if you would like to look at your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below, and I would love to work with you. All right, let's get into it. Life path number 3. You are going to be working with the energy of the 9 in July, as well as octopus energy. So these are beautiful energies to sort of complement one another. So the 9 is really this selfless type of energy that's saying, where is it that we need to have more compassion, more tolerance, more patience for ourselves, as well as for others? Where is it that we can sort of give more generously to ourselves as well as to others? It's a very selfless type of energy, but it also doesn't negate sort of the need for taking self into consideration. So this month, you may be called to work with a charity, volunteer, share your resources in some way. Or if there's some way through your creative endeavors or your sort of contribution into the world that you can help to uplift, empower, inspire others, this is going to be such a great month to really focus on that and find an output for that. It's interesting too, because with octopus energy, this is sort of like King of Cups energy. This is a very calm clarity that can come through this month, that's really coming from your heart center or your higher self, that really truly is guidance to say, okay, what is it that I can do that can serve me as well as others? This is, again, a very selfless type of energy, but it still takes self into consideration. So whatever you do this month, whatever you initiate this month, you're meant to have some kind of greater focus on how does this serve me, but how does it also serve others? Finding a greater solution or opportunity to heal a situation or fix a situation, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's some kind of tangible issue that needs a solution. This is a great month to collaborate, come together with others, work with others, hear what others have to say, and really work towards some kind of common solution that not only serves self, but serves others as well. When we move through a 9 cycle, it really is sort of pushing us to step into a purpose greater than self. So whatever we do, our actions are meant to, again, serve a greater purpose. So if you feel called to be charitable this month, or, help somebody out in some way, or offer your assistance, be supportive in some way that you have the tools and the capabilities of doing, this is such a great month to do that. And you'll feel the rewards for that. Whether they're tangible or not, you will feel the rewards of that. And sometimes that's greater than any tangible reward we can get. Definitely with octopus energy, again, this is that calm clarity. This is having control over your emotions. So really being able to see the situation for what it is and then act accordingly, as opposed to someone doing something or saying something and then we react emotionally and sort of create more drama than there needs to be. This is an energy that says if something triggers us, if something gets our defenses up, we can either react defensively or we can push the pause button and take some time and evaluate the situation and then return and respond, right? So there really is this sort of energy of controlling your emotions and not letting your emotions control you. So instead of having that reaction, how can you better respond? And this month is really going to push you to find ways to do that. You could also find that this month is very healing when it comes to your connections with others, your relationships with others. You could see that there's opportunities now for greater forgiveness, greater balance and harmony within those connections, but it's certainly going to take effort, and it's going to take, each person showing up to that connection in a way that is supportive as opposed to destructive. If you're not able to connect with another person that there might be some discord with physically, then you can do it energetically, right? Find ways where you can release that burden, where you can feel better about the situation. Not saying feel better like, oh, I'm right and they're wrong. The 9 energy is not about that. It's about finding ways to truly release that person from whatever the act was. And that's not easy to do, but the 9 pushes us to find a way to do it so that we can release that person through that forgiveness, but we can also release ourselves from that situation, and it becomes much lighter. So compassion is a big keynote with both octopus energy as well as the 9 energy. So self-compassion, compassion for others, giving yourself some grace and giving grace to others. We're all moving through things that are difficult at most times in our lives. There's always something, right? Nobody's off the hook. And so, the more that we can kind of realize that most of the time people's actions stem from what they're moving through internally. And so sometimes those actions can be very difficult. So, just that compassion for self, grace for self and others will make this month just really, truly the potential for a beautiful month, especially when it comes to harmony and feeling like you are serving a purpose greater than just self, which there's great rewards to gain from that. And I mentioned tolerance. That's going to be a big one too, just to make sure that, we're showing up with tolerance for people who do things differently than we do, for people who have different values, different morals, different ethics, different ways of doing things, and not being so quick to say, well, you're not doing it my way, or you're not serving me the way that I need you to, so you're wrong. So it really is a month for being the bigger person, managing our expectations, making sure that we're, being gentle with ourselves as well as gentle with others. And there's just so much to gain from that if we can do that. So definitely would say this is a big month for compromise, not sacrifice. We're not asking you to sacrifice anything, but compromise is a big step forward. So if we can find places to meet in the middle, find that common ground, we will all benefit from that. The other thing I would say is this is a great checkpoint energy to check in with yourself and see what skills, wisdom, is it that you've already stepped into that you're now ready to share with the world. So I wouldn't force it, but this is a great time to check in and see, what have I already accumulated? What is the wisdom I already have that I can now share with the world? It's not about what wisdom am I going to tap into in the future? It's what am I already sitting on that I have to share, that I can share with others. So this is a great month for launching something, for getting your wisdom out into the world, whatever that looks like for you, whatever medium you decide to use, whatever outlet you use. But you're sitting on a large amount of wisdom already, right? So, don't sit on it, share it. And through that sharing, you never know the impact that could have on another person. That can be uplifting, empowering, inspiring to another person just through sharing your experiences and what it is that you've, the wisdom that you've gained through this journey so far. So beautiful energy, 3s. Love it for you all. Hope it's a great month. Take care. Bye for now.